Today, learn how to make a regular tube sock into a nice warm rice sock. So what is a rice sock? A rice sock is a sock with rice in it. This is one that I got from the birth center when I had my first two kids. They would give us these rice socks heated up in the microwave and applied to your back. It feels really nice during labor. But as you can tell, it's looking kind of dingy and gross because you can't really wash these like in the washer unless you empty the rice out of them. So this has got heavy use out of it from our kids. Our kids love to use these things. They'll warm them up in the microwave and bring them to bed to keep warm, or if they have a tummy ache, earache, things like that, they love to use these. So it's time for my kids to get some new ones. So I'm going to make them, and I'm going to try to make them tie-dyed. So let's see how that goes. What you're going to need is some tube socks. Regular, plain, white tube socks. You can get socks that have the heel in them if you want to. Then it just won't quite be as straight, but that's okay. So just plain white tube socks. I got these at Meijer's. This is what I got. The MTA Sport Men's Tube Sock. There are 10 in the package. I think I got them for $9.99, something like that. So this is 10 pairs. I'm going to make 2 rice socks for each of my kids, so that's 8 total socks that I'm going to need. You're also going to need a tie-dye kit, or if you have dyeing stuff on hand, go ahead and use that. I don't, so I'm just going to use this. I picked this up at Meijer too, I think for about $10, I think, something like that. It has the 3 primary colors in it, and I'm okay with that. That's good enough. So you need this and your socks. You'll need a work surface that is covered with plastic, and it says in here to put down some paper towels as well. I also have on clothes that I'm okay with spilling some dye on if that happens, so don't dress up for this. Alright, so I'm going to start by tying some rubber bands around these socks, just kind of like this, kind of like that. So when it's done, it's going to look kind of striped with the colors on there. And in this kit, they give you some rubber bands, so I'm going to use those, but I'm betting I'm going to run out because it doesn't look like they give you a whole lot there. But I've got a bag of rubber bands, that's okay, I'll just use what I got here. They also give you gloves. You need to wear gloves when you do this. If you have better gloves than these, go ahead and use them, because these look kind of chintzy, but there's gloves. Okay, I finally got these all wrapped up. It took me a while and now my fingers hurt, but I've got all 8 of them wrapped with rubber bands. I think I've got 6 rubber bands on each sock, and I skipped kind of a space here by the opening end of the sock because I'm going to eventually have a knot tied in that spot. So I don't think it really matters if I have a rubber band there or not. I just skipped that one. So next step is to mix up the dye, and I think all we have to do for that is add water to these bottles. So let's get to that. Instructions say to put paper towels down, and that'll help prevent the colors on each piece of fabric from getting on other sections of fabric and mixing colors and whatnot. So just put some paper towel down here, and some of the dye powder got on the outside of the bottles when I opened them up, so there's already kind of a mess started here, but oh well. Now I'm going to make each of the kids rice socks kind of their own color so that they know at a glance whose is whose. So I'm just going to lay these out here. And these dye bottles need to be shaken to make sure that they get all that powder mixed in. I'm going to do it over the sink. Okay, I got all these mixed up, and I'm going to move the camera so that you can see how I'm doing this. just bear with me. I'm still dealing with kind of a cheapo camera because we haven't replaced our stolen one yet, so I can't even tell if I'm in the shot. Am I in there? I think I'm in there. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one up here with the red. Maybe, if I can get the top off. And it's not soaking in real quickly to the socks. I'm just kind of squeezing it in there. I did pre-wash these socks. I don't know why they aren't soaking up the stuff readily like I wanted them to. I hope I don't run out of colors by the time I'm done. I'm kind of on limited time too. The kids get home from school soon and this is a Christmas surprise, so I don't want them to see it. I'm probably supposed to put more on here too, but you know, I'm just starting out and I want to make sure I don't run out because I don't want to buy another dye kit because I'm cheap. Okay, and I'm gonna do some purple. I'm gonna put some blue on there to make it kind of purpley. I can tell already I'm probably not gonna have enough dye to really do, you know, to really soak all these. At least I don't think. It just seems like this would take a lot to soak all these socks. If I have extra dye, I'm just going to go back over these spots and soak it some more. Because I don't know how much I'm going to end up with when I get... Okay, I got all the dye on there and I gotta hurry up and wrap these in plastic before the bus gets home, and because I don't want the kids to see this. And then they have to sit for 6 to 8 hours wrapped in plastic. Alright, so these have sat actually quite a bit longer than the 6 to 8 hours that the directions say, and that's actually okay because it says that you can let it sit longer if you want more intense colors, so that's okay. The reason I had to leave it set is because last evening all the kids are around and there's no way I can do any of this stuff without them seeing what I'm doing, so wanted to keep it a surprise. But I have not opened this yet to see what these look like. I'm going to put my gloves on. The next step we have to do is to take these out of the plastic and rinse them to get the extra dye off, and then we'll snap the rubber bands off and put them in the washer. So that's what these are looking like, and it looks like letting them sit allowed the dye to kind of soak through the fabric better, which is good because it seems like I couldn't get it to soak in very good when I was putting it on there. Alright, so those are looking good. I'm going to take them out of here and get them rinsed. Okay, check it out. These are all done through the laundry and dried, and this is how they came out. I'm pretty impressed. Some of the colors do fade a little bit, and that probably depends on the kind of fabric you're using, These sacks are probably mostly cotton, but not all cotton, but I think the colors turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. All we have to do now is put some rice into the sacks, and I figured about 3 cups of rice would do it, and now I need to figure out how I'm going to get the rice into the sacks. I think if I just roll these back a bit, I can probably just pour the rice right down in there. Maybe. I need like 3 hands. Alright, I gotta figure something out. Okay, handy dandy canning funnel. That should work. Put the sack around that and pour the rice in. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I estimated that our old ones had 3 cups of rice in, so I don't know, I might be able to fit another cup in there yet before I tie the knot. I don't know, maybe not. You can stitch across this part of the sack with the sewing machine if you want to, but we found that just tying a knot works well as well. There we go. Just tie it nice and tight, and there you have it, a rice sack. I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of these before the kids get home from school again. But yeah, this is pretty easy. I mean, if you just wanted to use plain sacks for this without tie-dyeing them, it would only take you about 5 minutes to make these. So yeah, pretty easy. And to use them, all you have to do is put it in the microwave for, my kids usually do about a minute. If you want it really, really warm or hot, 2 minutes. I'd say no longer than 2 minutes for these in the microwave. So there, try these out and let me know what you think. If you have another kind of a hot sack type idea that you use. Some people use cherry pits or things like that. Let me know what you do with those as well. Alright, that's it for now, and thanks for clicking like and subscribing and all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye!